So, what's the deal with government debt? Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's lesson on Chapter 18 Government Debt and Budget Deficits, or as I like to call it, How to Stress Out Future Generations. Let's start with the basics. When the government spends more than it earns, which, let's be honest, is kind of their thing, we end up with something called a budget deficit. Think of it like putting brunch on your credit card every weekend, forever. If government spending, G, is greater than tax revenue, T, we run a deficit. Do that often enough and the national debt starts looking like your student loans, except, with more zeros. But hey, not everyone agrees on what that means. Alexander Hamilton said a national debt, if not excessive, will be to us a national blessing. Meanwhile, James Madison called it a public curse. So, mixed Yelp reviews, basically. Now, you might think measuring the national debt is easy. It's just a number, right? Wrong. We've got measurement problems. Here's why. Inflation. If your debt goes up but prices also go up, is it really that bad? Asking for a friend, and also the Treasury Department. Capital assets. Governments own stuff too. Roads, bridges, national parks, the things we take selfies with. So maybe we should subtract those from the debt total, uncounted liabilities, like pensions and contingent liabilities. Translation, surprise, you owe more money. Business cycle. Sometimes the economy tanks and the deficit goes up even if the government's not on a spending spree. It's like blaming your roommate for the mess when really the dog exploded the trash can. All of this means the numbers you see in headlines might not tell the whole story. Now, there are also two main ways we can view government debt. The traditional view says that when the government cuts taxes without cutting spending, people feel richer, so they spend more and save less. That pushes up interest rates, crowds out private investment, and slows long-run growth. Basically, it's like blowing your paycheck on bottomless mimosas. You're having fun now, but future, you is broke and can't invest in anything productive, like a car or a degree. The Ricardian view, on the other hand, says people are savvy. If taxes are cut today, but everyone expects them to rise later to pay off the debt, people don't go out and splurge. They save the extra cash. It's like skipping lunch because you know you'll be dropping $40 at the club later. The idea is whether you pay now or pay later, the tab's coming either way. So in the Ricardian world, budget deficits don't actually change how much people consume. They just time shift when the bill gets paid. So, should we panic or not? Let's wrap with some international context, because no matter how bad you think the US debt is, somebody's always doing worse. Check this out. In 2019, Greece's debt was 139.2% of GDP, Japan 125.2%, the US a respectable 84.5%, Canada only 23%, and Australia, they were living the dream with negative net debt. That's like the government version of having more money than credit card bills. So should we balance the budget? Should we go all out with stimulus spending? Economists love to argue about this. It's their version of fantasy football. Some say we should always balance budgets. Others say, no, run a deficit to grow the economy. Meanwhile, the debt keeps growing and we all inherit the consequences. Some economists worry about rising interest payments and lost investment. Others say we can grow our way out of it as long as we use the debt wisely. And if you're wondering whether we're heading for doom or just a bit of budget bloat, you're not alone. Even the experts argue like it's Thanksgiving dinner.